Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Climbing. Today we're just going to continue things off with the Lopunny and Dual Primal team here. Just trying to have a little bit of fun, if you can call it that, at the end of Ultra Series here. Tough to have fun in Ultra Series, especially at this point in the format. I think these restricted formats are, sometimes fun and a little bit refreshing right at the very beginning. But as they start dragging out like this, it gets old really fast. But not to worry about that. We should focus more on actually finding an opponent, like put all of our energy into finding an opponent. And it actually worked. We've got Tyler from the US with a rating of 15-16, rocking a Ray Ogre team. So I'm not too comfortable actually just leading Lopunny and going for after use here. In case you saw last episode, Lopunny didn't really fare too well against this whole Ray Ogre variant here. I am going to lead Tapu Koko right now. Tapu Koko is super good against my opponent's team right now. Groudon, I almost want to leave Groudon on the bench. Like, there's a lot of things he can use right now just to position his way around that. Like, he's got the Tailwind with the Crobat, of course. You've got the Rayquaza that just kind of walls out the Groudon. You've got the Kyogre that beats the Groudon. Even if I get in Sun, he can just swap into Ray and click Water Spout as well. The only reason I'm thinking of this Groudon right now is because of the fact of the Koko and the Incineroar and the Nihilego. And of course, if I can kill the Rayquaza, then Groudon's really good. I'm going to keep Groudon in the back. I almost want to lead Groudon, though. Like, I know it didn't work out for me last episode, but, like, if I lead Groudon, basically what I'm saying is I can bait the Rayquaza into the game. Like, I feel like that just helps me. I don't know if that's really the way I should be approaching this matchup. And maybe I should be bringing a Amoonguss instead of Lopunny here, but I am going to go with Lop as my last one. I just think Helping Hand and Low Kick is too much to give up off if I go with Amoonguss instead. Especially if I lose that Groudon. Like, if I lose Groudon, my offense here is really, I guess not really lacking though if I have Koko, Ogre, Groudon, and Lopunny. I guess that is quite a bit of power. But we're going to see what Tyler wants to go for here. Maybe he'll just lead the Rayquaza, but he is going to go Crobat Ogre. So as I mentioned, I am a very slow Groudon, so the Sun will go up here. Which, personally for me, I'm very happy with that. The fact that the Sun's going up right now. It should go up. If he's slow, yeah, okay. If he's slower than me on a Ray Ogre team, that's something wrong with his team. Like, normally the Ray Ogre teams, I don't say fast Ogre is the play on Ray Ogre, but I do think you should be a little bit faster than what my Groudon's at least. Don't think max speed is very good, but definitely faster than what my Groudon is, and as you can see here, this Kyogre follows the suit. But getting the Sun up here, basically, like I said, I'm trying to force this Rayquaza in. So as long as he's not something like Focus Sash Rayquaza, I'm assuming he's going to be something like Focus Sash Crobat maybe. And if he is that Focus Sash Crobat here, do I make the prediction here and just Z-move this Crobat right now with Fairyam? I did the same thing last time turn 1 against the Incineroar Kartana lead. This time I'm going to try it against the Crobat Ogre lead. I think Crobat might want to swap out. If I can catch him here, we're in a really good position. I am just going to click Earth Power into this Kyogre. I feel like Airlock's coming in. Hopefully I can catch him. The opposing Kyogre is just going to protect. He probably wants to set up a Tailwind first. That makes perfect sense. I'm okay with that. Obviously, Z-move, I could have just Volt Switched off of this Crobat. Once again, maybe perhaps getting a little bit too aggressive right now with my reads here. But I don't know, I just feel like when I have, like, why would you not, does he predict this? Does he know that I'm just going to predict the Rayquaza switch in? Maybe he does. Maybe that's just a really good read on his end, reading my read. But this is going to do absolutely nothing. Actually did more than I expected, to be perfectly honest with you there. But Crobat is indeed going to get that Tailwind off. Now I feel like he's safe to go for the Rayquaza switch in. So he's definitely done exactly what he needed to do right now. I am going to protect Groudon and swap out of my Tapu Koko here. Just to try and give myself a little bit of chance of hanging in there. But I believe he just swaps into Rayquaza right now and clicks something like Water Spout. Kyogre probably takes enough damage to where a point where a Dragon Ascent and another Water Spout kill it. And then from there I think it's over. So basically the second game against Ray Ogre, basically going very much to the same suit. But once again, only because I went way too aggressive turn 1. That's the issue right now. I'm just trying to have a good time at the end of Ultra Series, but like clearly I'm being way too aggressive. I mean, there's still a chance if my opponent messes up and goes for something like a potential Mega Evolution on his Rayquaza too early and allows me to pivot my Groudon in and out and get that weather back up. Because basically he's forced right now to not Mega Evolve. because he knows I'm going to swap out right now. Obviously, rain goes up, but at the end of the day, it's all going to be covered in airlock anyways, so it's not really too big of a deal. I'm not boosting his water spout in any way, shape, or form. The question I have now, though, is he going to Mega Rain next turn? I don't see why he wouldn't, but I mean, the reason he shouldn't is because, you know, Groudon's going to swap out and swap back in and then give me the Weather War, right? So, okay, we're going to go for this full power water spout. Of course, not in the rain, but it's still going to do a decent chunk to this Kyogre. I'd imagine about 25, yeah. So about 20% there. Not great damage, like not great damage, but also respectable when you have a Rayquaza here and I have no clue what the item is right now. I am just going to Ice Beam because I do think, like I said before, you are forced to not evolve. It's not... You're forced to, yeah, you're forced to not Mega Evolve. Okay, I confused myself there, but you're forced to not Mega Evolve, meaning there won't be any Delta Stream coming up, meaning Ice Beam will still be 4 times effective here. Obviously, Coco coming in here, I'm basically saying, Coco, thanks for coming out to this one, you're gonna die. He is actually going to Mega Evolve, so maybe just trying super hard to kill both my Pokemon here, knowing that he basically has 2 free kills. If he knew he had 2 free kills, this makes sense. Like, because now he can just go Water Spout Dragon Ascent. That will pick up my Tapu Koko, and that will pick up my Kyogre. And then from there, even if I bring in Groudon, I don't think it matters. Although I do get a chance to stall out the Tailwind. And because I have a chance to stall out the Tailwind, there's a chance. Dragon Ascent going to go into Kyogre here, not going to pick up the Knockout. But unfortunately, Water Spout will finish me off. He's actually going to go for Thunder. So, that's a very interesting play from my opponent. Like, I'm very confused by what he's gone for there. Now, naturally, I would think that Groudon would be the right switch in here. I'm actually not going to bring in Groudon. I'm going to bring in Lopunny right now. 1, because I am still very confused at what my opponent is doing. And 2, because he's got Tailwind up still. And something like Ice Beam Earth Power would scare my Groudon immensely. So I don't want to fall for that. So I am going to Mega Evolve here. And I definitely think I just took Fake Out into... If I Fake Out the Kyogre, Coco should be able to make it through this turn and get a Dazzling Gleam off. Because I feel like he's going to go for the Dragon Ascent into Lopunny right now. He's actually going to swap out Kyogre, which makes sense. Going to try and keep that weather in the back for later on. Hopefully Rayquaza just goes for something like a Protect. That would make me very happy. Not sure if he's actually going to go for it though. Hopefully, like, I can survive this turn. Lopunny's going to go Fake Out. That's going to do a decent chunk to Crobat, but not going to mean anything. And Ray's actually going to go for that Earth Power. So, maybe I should have protected Coco there. Faked out Ray, maybe. But now at this point, this game's probably over. I know you're -1 special attack. I don't think Eruption, like, after you Eruption actually does me any good. I mean, if I can go after you Eruption, and if he doesn't swap in Ogre, I at least have a chance. But right now, there's really no chance. I feel like he's going to swap. He has to swap in Kyogre, right? There's no way he doesn't swap in Ogre here. I'm going to after you, though, and I am going to go after you Eruption. It is my only option that I actually have left, and I don't even think this is going to be able to kill the Rayquaza. So, he's not going to swap in the Kyogre. That is fine. After you going into this Groudon, obviously going for the Eruption immediately following the Lopunny's after you. Crobat will drop, and Ray should take just under 50%. Yeah. So, pretty decent damage to Ray there, but I do think that probably a little less than what's needed. All he has to do here is kill this Lopunny and this game's over, because Kyogre comes back in cleanly and picks up the knockout, unless somehow Lopunny survives, but it's not going to. Yeah, and Lop's gonna drop right there. Lop's gonna drop. Maybe I'll title the episode that. Lop's gonna drop. Yeah, I shouldn't title the episode that, but I might. I guess you guys will find out. I won't. You guys will find out in time. But I am just going to forfeit here and try to get into another game. Because clearly these first battles in the episodes aren't really going our way. Like, we keep losing the first episode and I'm winning in the second one. So maybe it just takes us a little time to figure out why we need to go for after, when we can actually go for after you. I honestly just think this matchup is horrible for us. I personally don't know what we're supposed to do. Obviously, I can't go turn 1. Clearly that turn 1 Z move there is a little bit too aggressive. Like, I feel like maybe I go, if I leave Lopunny instead. No, but see, the issue is my lack of speed control. What if I went Lopunny stack? I could go Lop stack. Lopunny stack would be an option. Right, because then I at least force force his hand a little, right? If he goes for the Tailwind option, yeah, that could work. I think that could work. Obviously, it would need to be tested, and unless I play another Ray Ogre, it's not going to get tested here. So if you are testing, that could be a very good option. If you are considering using this team, I personally don't know why anyone would want to use this team, but it's pretty fun to play. Pretty fun to play, kind of brain dead too in a way, right? Like you just kind of go in and click after you Eruption, after you Water Spout. Obviously, I haven't really showcased anything other than the after you beside the Groudon, but I wouldn't mind playing against a Groudon so I can go for something like after you Water Spout, but not the end of the world. Hopefully we can actually find an opponent right now. I think I'm just gonna should I pause it? Yeah, I'll just pause right now. I'll be back. And we're back. We are gonna find Razor from the UK. I believe his rating was mid 1500s. I didn't get the exact number, but I definitely saw 1500 for sure. But the question becomes, at least there's no Rayquaza this time, because I feel like Rayquaza is detrimental to our team. Like like our only way to hit Rayquaza is Ice Beam with Kyogre. That's basically it. And Coco maybe, but that's not hard for Rayquaza to play around. It's a Rayquaza at the end of the day. But I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Obviously, Razor rocking that team of Kyogre, Yveltal, Mawile, which I'm assuming is going to be Mega Gothitelle, Tapu Lele, and Kartana. So I could, obviously, I have that Trick Room core. Obviously, my primals are incredibly slow. So happy about that. I almost want to go like Lopunny Groudon. However, if I go with the Lopunny, he has that Lele. If he leads that Lele, it's just going to outspeed me and kill me, which is not really the ideal. I do think he's got more of a Trick Room variant as well, so I am going to lead that Stack Attacka. I'm going to go Stack Attacka Groudon. If he wants to swap in Kyogre, I can just click Trick Room. Nothing's stopping me from clicking the Trick Room. Of course, maybe a Kartana Sacred Sword, but I definitely think having Kyogre under Trick Room as well is really, really good. And I think I'm going to bring a Moongus. I'm going to go full on to prepare for the Trick Room here. Not sure if I'm able to pull this one off, but we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, so if I had to guess, my opponent's going to lead something like possibly maybe Lele Yveltal. That wouldn't be a bad option for him here. I'm not sure of the Yveltal item, so that might not be his best option. Lele Yveltal, I could see Lele Gothitelle, I could see Mawile Gothitelle. Not too surprising right now. And I'm not in the worst case scenario either. Obviously, Groudon probably being one of the faster things on the field right now. And I'm quite content with this. Of course, he could very well swap into his Kyogre. Not sure if he really wants to do that right here, though. Because normally I'd be going for Precipice Blades here, but I do not have that as I am a special attacking Groudon. The question is, does he Trick Room? If he Trick Rooms, I do not want to click Trick Room because then that just helps him out. But I think I click Trick Room here because I would believe it's Gothitelle that's actually, no, Gothitelle is going to stay in. So the question becomes, does Gothitelle click Trick Room? I'm going to click Trick Room, and I am going to actually Earth Power this Mawile. I do think he's probably going to want to swap into Ogre. He's going to swap out that Mawile, so as predicted here, going to come into that Kyogre. I don't know what Gothitelle wants to do. Hopefully not the Trick Room. If he doesn't go for Trick Room, if he goes for Trick Room here, we're in a bit of trouble. I could have straight up skill swapped right here. That would have been pretty cool as well, to go for that option. Obviously, I don't think it's the most viable option, but it would have been pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think Gothitelle gets skill swap as well, so things actually get interesting now. Gothitelle is just going to protect, so thankfully, no Trick Room there. Obviously, though, this is a pretty slow Kyogre. Stack Attacker is indeed going to go for the Trick Room. Alright, so the question becomes, how do I want to do this? I could go for Skill Swap. But if I Skill Swap first, because my Stack Attacker will be the first Pokemon to move, and then he Skill Swaps, he'll have the Rain. However, right here, if I Skill Swap the Kyogre, yes, I know this sounds ridiculous, and I know I'm giving him Beast Boost, but if I Skill Swap the Kyogre, and I protect the Groudon here, he kills Stack Attacker, he loses his Weather. He's forced to swap out his Weather. Obviously, I don't have Sun on the field, though, but I bring in a Amoonguss. Right, that gets a Amoonguss in. So I'm going to go with this. This gets Amoonguss in. If it doesn't get Amoonguss in, that's fine. Because what I can do is then I can skill swap with Stack Attacker and my own Groudon and just skill swap myself. I'd imagine he clicks Water Spout here. I would be shocked if he didn't. Kyogre's Primordial Seed gives Kyogre Beast Boost here. Now I am expecting him to go for another skill swap of his own. And because I'm expecting him to skill swap on his own, now he's just going to give himself Shadow Tag onto Kyogre and Beast Boost on his Gothitelle. But Gothitelle is just going to go for the Psyshock, so I definitely just overplayed myself. But Kyogre is going to go for Ice Beam, so he was kind of expecting that. So what I am going to do right here is now I'm going to skill swap my own Groudon. This is so ridiculous. And I'm going to go for I guess I'll go for the Eruption. Yeah, sure, we'll go for an Eruption, why not? But now the thing is, now if he goes for skill swap, but if he skill swaps my Groudon, he gets the Primordial C-Up, I think? I don't know, I'm confused. Too much skill swap going around right now. Stack Attack as Desolate Land is going to go off. Wait, so Groudon goes after? I thought it was the other way around. Yeah, I messed up. No, but I always thought it was the other way around. Gothitelle is just going to go for the Psyshock right now. So, I wonder if my opponent knows I messed up and is going to go for a Water type move here. He is going to go for the Scald, and that looks like it's going to target Groudon. Yeah, so Groudon's going to go down here. We'll pretend none of that happened. This is just a bad episode of Skill Swap. But you guys all saw it. I always thought, like, I don't know, I must be remembering that wrong. I always thought that it was the Pokemon who didn't use Skill Swap. Like, the Pokemon that used Skill Swap, that ability would go after. I always thought that was the case. Clearly, I was wrong. Amoonguss comes in, and believe it or not, we haven't lost yet. This Kyogre had Beast Boost at one point, so it's probably got +1 special attack now, I think. It does indeed have +1 special attack. I am just going to go for not another skill swap, believe it or not. I'm going to go... Yeah, I'll just Gyro Ball this Kyogre. And I will go for a Spore into Kyogre as well. If I remember correctly, he didn't have an answer to the a stoppage to Spore. So, happy I brought that out. Amoonguss is going to come in. Going to click Spore right here. We are going to probably see a Psyshock from this Gothitelle. That really doesn't bother me right now. Maybe I should try to take my Beast Boost back here at the end of the day. Gothitelle is going to get Psyshocked right now. That's fine. The thing is, if I try to take my Beast Boost back, the Amoonguss gets full... the Kyogre gets its rain back. So, I think what I am going to do is I'm just going to Gyro Ball, and I am just going to Spore this Gothitelle. Obviously, Kyogre might have a chance at waking up here. Well, does have a chance at waking up, I should say, but he might wake up here. Hopefully he won't. Amoonguss is indeed going to go for the Spore. Gothitelle has Safety Goggles. Gothitelle is going to drop a Psyshock. Is he going to get a high roll, the same roll, or a lower roll? Probably going to get the high roll. Going to knock out my Amoonguss. Is Kyogre going to wake up? That becomes the question. Kyogre is indeed going to be fast asleep. Okay. So, not the end of the world. I still have Kyogre. I am getting beat up pretty badly. I outplayed myself with Skill Swap. A lot. Like, really, really badly. But that's alright. So, good news is I can't outplay myself with Skill Swap again. Well, sure I can, because, like, I have promoted... What ability does Stack Attack I have right now? It has Desolate Land, right? No, it has Primordial Sea. No, it has Desolate Land. It has Desolate Land, yeah. So I could technically set the sun. If I really wanted to, I could still technically set up the sun. Can I check that? I can't. Oh, duh, I can. Okay, it does say Desolate Land. I was about to say, can I check that? But, okay. I don't think... Trick Room's gone, right? Yeah, Trick Room's gone here. I am just going to click Water Spout. And I am just going to click Gyro Ball into this Gothitelle. Water Spout will hopefully, honestly, obliterate this Kyogre. Should pick it up. I should hopefully be faster. Gothitelle is going to protect. I don't think I'm going to be faster. I think that was revealed when Groudon went first. Kyogre is going to wake up on his end of the field and is going to go for a Scald. Going to go for the Scald. It's going to go into the Kyogre here. Clearly, he's not too concerned about my Stack Attacka. And Water Spout is going to come off. Perhaps Trick Room was the right play. Water Spout's coming out. I'm not going to kill this Kyogre. Yeah, maybe I should have gone Trick Room. And Stack Attack and Gyro Ball. I could have also Gyro Balled the Kyogre. That also would have probably helped. So now I'm going to protect my Stack Attacka because I have no reason not to, and I feel like the Scald's coming out into that slot. And I'm just going to click Water Spout once more. Obviously, this will not kill Gothitelle. Stack Attacka going to click Protect. Hopefully, Kyogre goes for Scald right now. Kyogre going to go for Scald. It is indeed going to go into the Stack Attacka, so got that call right there. Kyogre is going to go for Water Spout. That will indeed knock out his Kyogre and do probably about 50% of the Gothitelle. Yep, just over. So the question now becomes, what does Gothitelle want to do? Probably Psyshock me? Yeah, he is going to go for that Psyshock. It is going to connect into my Kyogre. But Kyogre's sitting around 50%. I'm not in the worst case scenario. Not in the best case scenario either. Obviously, Mawile makes a reappearance right now. Things get interesting now. Is Kyogre going to be faster than this Mawile and be able to get an Origin Pulse off? Because if I can get an Origin Pulse Gyro Ball off into the Mawile, what's his other restricted? Other restricted is that Yveltal. So, I mean, if I get O-Pulse Gyro Ball off, not Ice Beam, Ryan, Origin Pulse. If I get this off and it kills both, Mawile is going to Mega. Mawile probably protects here. It probably wants to protect, let me kill Gothitelle. He can get Yveltal on the field and going to go for a Sucker Punch boosted by the Dark Aura. If I had to guess, that's what he's going to do right now. Obviously, I make no promises. Gothitelle is just going to go for the Helping Hand. We are going to see a Helping Hand Sucker Punch come out from this Mawile right now. It is indeed going to be that Sucker Punch. Will it be enough to pick up my Kyogre? Kyogre is indeed going to fall to the Helping Hand Gyro Ball. To the Helping Hand Sucker Punch, sorry. Gyro Ball coming out from Stakataka right now. Going to go into this Mawile. Obviously not going to do a whole lot of damage. What I am going to do is I am going to try and get this Pure Power from Mawile. It's my only chance of winning this game right now. I personally don't think I can do it. But Pure Power, Huge Power Stakataka kind of sounds interesting. But I think I'm going to run out of PP. Like, I might be able to be in a position where I can actually win from it. But I think I'm going to run out of PP and Gyro Ball. But only one way to find out, and that's to give it a shot, right? This is just skill swap disaster. All around. Skill swap disaster. But I'm going to try for this, try to get this ability here. Gothitelle is indeed going to go for the Helping Hand. Of course, it's going to be an Iron Head, and of course, it's probably going to do around 50% to me. Iron Head from this Mawile actually might do more than that. Yeah, just over 50%. So even getting the Pure Power right now. And we're actually going to set the rain again. No, we're going to set the sun. Yes, we're setting the sun. Stakataka does indeed get this Huge Power, and Mawile's Desolate Land is indeed going to go up. So the sun is back in business. We're back with the sun right now. I'm going to just go for Trick Room. I really don't have another answer to this. I have to be the fastest thing on the field right now. But I feel like he's just Helping Hand Iron Heads. He's going to swap out a Mawile. Wants to get that Pure Power back in his favor. Going to bring in Yveltal right now. I think it's over. He might Trick Room with my Trick Room. If he does that, I'm just going to click Forfeit. But if I have a chance to get my attack off first, I will stay. And Gothitelle is going to protect. So we are going to get this Trick Room up. I wonder if this Gothitelle even has Trick Room. I wonder if he's bluffing this Trick Room the entire time. Like, what have we seen? We've seen Protect, Psyshock, and that's it, right? Just Protect and Psyshock, and Helping Hand. So he might not have Trick Room. I feel like that would be ridiculous if he didn't. I am going to Gyro Ball this Yveltal. Not sure how much it's actually going to do. Stakataka is going to go for the Gyro Ball. I know I'm minus attack, but Pure Power, Huge Power Stakataka actually does a lot of damage. Obviously, this foul play will probably clean things up. Stakataka is actually going to survive, and Gothitelle is unfortunately going to reverse the Trick Room. So I actually might have been able to come out of that. Like, am I minus 1? If I wasn't minus 2, I'd probably have a chance at this game, because that Yveltal would have dropped, right? But I am just going to go for the Gyro Ball. This game's going to be over to the foul play anyway, so clicking Forfeit I don't think is any faster. So Stakataka is going to survive. Gothitelle is going to go for the Psyshock. Can I survive this too? I just want to survive this too. Could you imagine I like live on 1, kill the Yveltal? That would have been funny. But I am going to drop right there, not surprising. And that game's going to go out after very, very unenthusiastic. But like, I don't know. That was interesting all around. That was just bad skill swap playing. If you want to learn how to not use skill swap, watch that episode. This is the episode you want to watch if you want to learn how to not use skill swap. But if you did end up making it through my huge skill swap misplays and you are still here, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys next time.